Alrighty guys, this is just a quick overview of where we're at with the whole 2.2 conversion. So obviously, as per previous videos, engine's out, almost ready. I decided at this stage that I won't do water pumping that, even though it still might need doing. I'd rather get it all in first and make sure it's running before I decide whether I'm going to do a bit of a front end overhaul. I'd rather get the wiring swapped over and make sure it's going first. So what I've done is I've actually created about 30 or 40 mini videos of the conversion, which I won't bother putting up. I'll just do this overview now just to give everybody a bit of a heads up. Obviously, yep, engine removal out of the fuel injected L. That's the old wiring harness for the fuel injection over that side. And we've got the air conditioning stuff just tucked up out of the way, which is a separate harness. Now, there's a bit of difference in what I'm doing, which I'll just touch on in a minute, but down here, obviously, we've got all the cables that would have gone up to your main underbonnet fuses. And so the biggest difference for me is in the conversion that was done on the white one, instead of having that L series internal fuse, they had used the Liberty fuse box here and cover, of course, up in the back of the engine bay, and they just used a couple of the plugs underneath it. So at this stage I will probably swap it over to this as well, and I'll do a brief touch on how that's plumbed in on a different video, but at the end of the day all this stuff here can basically go. And there's just one loom under there that it all links into. So I'll touch base on that at the end of the day. So as far as the actual conversion goes, harness is out. So I've literally unplugged the whole wiring harness and extracted it out of the white one. So dashboard had to come out, and I've pulled a few other bits and pieces out just to make it a bit easier to get the wiring loom out, such as obviously the heater and the blower motor and so forth. But it's actually helped in a way that this won't ever be on the road again, because although I've ID'd all the wires specifically as we go, I haven't had to worry about the fact that it's not going to be ever going again. So again, coming back in here, so I've literally up to the point now where I've removed the dashboard. There she is there, out of the red wagon here. And because this was factory, dare I say it, even the radio was original. Oh, a few straws down there that I recovered out of there. This was actually quite easy. Well, when I say easy, if you're a handyman and you love cars, it was actually quite easy to get out, because it was basically the same as the other car. Ironically, the steering wheel and the horn gave me the most troubles, because being a touring wagon, it's a different shape and it's got a different bolt pattern to remove it. So that was a bit tricky, but other than that, fairly straightforward. So that's where we're up to now. I might stop this video here and then I'll do the harness on a separate one, but basically so far so good.